new players, it's kind of hard to figure out how do you run away smartly so that you're not being really obvious with your exits and things like that. And like just in this one map, I've seen Nitro when he goes up that jump pad, he likes to peek over, thinking that he can maybe get a little bit more damage in on his opponent. Vay could rocket jump up and kill. There we go. Oh, botches the shot. It's possible to do it, but just not like that. So a little bit better timing on the red. Falls on it as it spawns. Now at this point, Vay should be going high ground because, and then just looking for a shot over on the pillar side of the map while Nitro was there. He came back across. Nitro's not going for any items really. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he's got 66 armor. See trade between red and Mega.
1-minute warning.
And yeah, Nitro at this point is pretty much a one-trick pony. He does have rockets, but only 5. And he's kind of getting away with this game. Now, this is a nice play by Vay. This is what I was expecting the last time that Nitro was over in that area. So it's going to be red armor for Vay, and certainly a win, 6-1, maybe 7-1 in the final seconds here. There we go. 30 seconds left to go. And he heard Nitro's spawn, so Nitro is pretty much food barred at the moment. That's a nice rocket. And, and that'll do it. So, the next challenger is going to be, I believe it was Cursor.
By my list.
Well, we're changing it around the list a little bit.
Cursor.
Yeah, well, we're changing it around a little bit because I asked people who were, kind of new, trying to get.
That's cool. I just need to know it.
We're gonna get him in, and then we'll go back to what you had set up as the list.
Okay, just want to make sure.
All right, we have our players in place. Cursor is ready, and we will get this thing underway in just a few seconds. This is gonna be T4, which is one of my favorites. Little vertical vengeance. And pings, about 50 ping difference. Cursor has about a 35 ping. Vay has an 80-ish. So, interesting start. Vay actually won on just about every situation there, except for the railgun. Cursor able to finally nail it, though. And yeah, that's a nice choice to go back and deny that item. Because the railgun does spawn slowly on this map compared to other ones, so you can treat it almost like an item. So it's a great asset to deny the rail to your opponent. And there we go. That's a nice bit of damage as Vay finally does pick up a railgun. Cursor at this point, we got Mega on a 2-minute timer. Cursor just ate a rail, so it's bad news there. That's another little bit of damage. It's actually a shotgun rather, but Cursor answers with another rail shot of his own. So these guys are actually both really hurt. Cursor's just running at this point. Now Vay, see, whenever a player kind of just starts running like this, the player doing the chasing usually kind of has the upper hand, because unless you are really, really good at every single step of the map. Uh-oh. Cursor's not looking in the right place. Yeah, if you don't know the map by heart, then you're going to be running into things, and your strafe jumping backwards is probably not as practiced as your forward strafe jumping, so chances are you're going to be moving slower, and so on and so forth. So let's go watch Vay, as he currently enjoys a 2-frag lead, trying to defend his crown against Cursor, who just went down in the blaze of glory, needing to hit at that point. I guess it would be 3 rails in order to kill his opponent, so that'd be a very hard road to climb here. And I like this shotgun work from Vay. I mean, if you can get a railgun shot in rather than shotgun, sure, it's better. but a lot of times, you know, this map isn't terribly large. There's not a lot of places where you can get a huge amount of distance between you and your opponent. So the shotgun does actually do a surprisingly solid amount of damage in most situations. Now, here, Vey is not really paying attention to where Cursor's going to be coming from, although that's a great first rocket, but can be railed off. There it is. Cursor brings it 3-1. Let's go watch Cursor. Very weak after that fight, and Vey should know that Cursor's going to be going to center map in order to restock on health, because there is only 100 health in the center plus 225s beneath the upper yellow armor. So that was kind of a predictable play. Vey, I think, could have gotten a spawn kill. Will eventually get it the old-fashioned way with a little bit of shotgun to the gut. So we go back over to Vey's point of view, 4-1. And we haven't really been talking too much about Mega. It's coming up in about 50 seconds. To be honest, I'm not even sure who got it last time, because the way that these guys are fighting, there's no real solid map control by anyone. Vey's gotten up to 150 armor, though. And Cursor has jack diddly and shit, so Vey at this point could, yeah, basically just go top tier, stay on top tier, and not really worry about getting frags, but instead just hold position in order to muscle off items. So, yeah, that's exactly what Vey's done. Like, basically just showing up to all the items, and, you know, Cursor basically has to pick a fight if he wants to get an item, and that's a really good strategy on this map because there are so few resources. And the fact that Vey didn't really lose a lot of damage there, I mean, there's no teleporter play at the Mega pickup, so that's pretty much, yeah, it's late. Okay, it finally happens, but it's late. And, yeah, that's pretty much a free Mega. So, oh, this would be a kill. Nice. Nice little flick shot there by Vey. So now here, you know, resource-wise, Vey is still really strong, and Cursor is going to only have 50 armor to, nope, not even going to get over to the YA in time. So Cursor is pretty much screwed. Yeah, let's go back over to Vey. So I think, you know, for Cursor, the biggest thing that I'm seeing is map knowledge isn't quite there. So he's not really doing peek shots with his railgun. Usually when he's shooting, he's out in the open. And also seems to strafe jump around the map. There's nothing wrong with that, except for when you strafe jump into your opponent and you're not really ready for it. So again, that's all about map knowledge. That's a nice grab there, but eats a lot of damage just to get that 50 armor. And this map really isn't about the armors. I mean, yeah, it'll help take a little bit of the sting off of the rockets that you're going to be eating throughout the course of it, but there's a nice shot. That was actually a little bit more Vey running into the rocket, I would say, though. 8-2, the score remains, and let's go watch Cursor, see if he can mount a little bit of a comeback. Now, this is Vertical Vengeance, and it's really easy to get a quick number of frags in a very small amount of time, so. Out of rockets, missing what I think most people would consider to be a little bit of an easy rail shot. Still no rockets. So that split second that Cursor had to spend coming out of the teleporter and switching weapons, that's really costly. So yeah, you know, he wants to stop switching to that rocket launcher until he's got some rockets to use. This will probably be a rail shot. Nope. Maybe Vey is out of rails as well. Let's go take a look. No, that's plenty. Yeah, kind of lucky that the health is spawning there near for Cursor, but doesn't really have any control in the items. I mean, we've seen Vey dominate the items and maintaining about 75 to 120 armor throughout the course of the map, and that really is what's making the difference between these two players. Vey's also just moving a little bit better. It's a great pair of rockets there from Cursor. I mean, you know, the guy definitely has a little bit of talent, and so I'm really hoping that we see Cursor come back. You next